Hey, so lately in class we've been playing with some logic gates, so I decided to go ahead and recreate those logic gates in Minecraft. So I'm gonna walk through a bunch of these and yeah, explain the differences. So right here we have chip 7404, and this is what is called a NOT gate. So as you can see right now, this lamp is dim, so you can tell that this is giving an input of 0 right now, and what's happening right now is that the output is 1. So if we input 1, you will see that the output is now 0. So this is a NOT gate, also known as an inverter. Now here we have an AND gate. So as you can see, this the output is currently 0, and both inputs are also 0. So if we light up 1, we now have one input of 1, but the other input is still 0, so that still does not light up. If we turn this one on, you can still see that that is an output of 0. But if both of them are on, you can see that there is now an output of 1. So what an AND gate does is it will only output 1 if both inputs are 1, so it's an AND gate. Now here we have a NOT AND gate. So as you can see, we have an output of 1, however we have two inputs of 0. So we can input, if we have one input of 1, the output is still 0, or still 1. If we have this other one, again, still an output of 1. However, we have both of them, then you see that the output is now 0. So in this case, it's a NOT AND gate, so it has the combined functionality of an AND gate and a NOT gate. And you can actually see that physically. You can see that this portion right here is part of the AND gate, and then I tacked on this inverter over here to add the NOT functionality. Now right here we have an OR gate. Now this is where the representation of this one was a little bit tricky. I couldn't get it such that, well, as you see, this is inputting 1, but however this lamp lights up, but that's still an input of 0. So as you can see, the lamp is dim, so the output is currently 0. If we input 1, you can see it lights up. If we input 1 from this side, it also lights up, and if both of them are on, it's still. So an OR gate, it accepts either or, so you don't need both of them. As long as one of these inputs is 1, it'll output 1. So here again is a NOT OR gate. Now, you can probably guess what this does. The output is currently 1, so this combines the functionality of the OR gate and the AND gate, or the NOT gate. So basically what happens is, if one of these is on, then that'll turn off so if this one's on, that'll turn off, and if both of them are on, that'll still turn off. So now what we have is an either or gate. Now this is a bit more complicated gate, but basically what will happen here is this currently has an output of 0. If you have an output of 1, or an input of 1 right here, it'll output 1. If both inputs are 1, it'll dim, an output of 0. And if only one of the inputs is 1, it'll light up. So basically what's happening here in either OR gate, as long as these two inputs are different, it'll light up. So it'll output 1. And I could make another one of these. I could combine this with a NOT gate and make a NOT either OR gate. So what's the purpose of these? Well, basically you can combine these into more complicated circuits, or more complicated logic gates. So I was tasked with creating a triple inverter, because why not? I don't see the merit in this, but basically you can see that this output is currently 0, and if and the input is on. So basically this functions as one really large unwieldy inverter. Again, you could replace this with one inverter, but for the sake of counterintuitive engineering, I guess you might want this? Yeah. And here we have a combination of 3 AND gates. So you will see 1, 2, 3 AND gates. So this first AND gate, you can see it has not all of these inputs are 0. This AND gate's outputting 0, this AND gate's outputting 0, and this last AND gate over here is outputting 0. So if I flip both of these into an input of 1, now you can see that this AND gate is outputting 0, or outputting 1. But this one still isn't lighting up because this AND gate is still dim. Now if I change this such that these two are both on, then now you can see that these two AND gates are now outputting 1, so then they're inputting 1 into this one, and then lighting up this final lamp over here. Now if I flip a single one of these, you can see that that dims the entire circuit. So what's cool about these is that you can actually combine any and all of these into more and more complicated circuits. So I could actually, in theory, continue branching this, creating a 16 input or an 8 input or 32 input AND gate. I could actually invert this into oblivion if I so chose. Again, I don't see why you'd want to do that. But anyhow, yeah, so that's basically it. That's what we've been doing in class in Minecraft. So yeah, thanks for watching.